Hello, my little weirdos. Um, I just thought anybody who didn't vote for Trump would like to join in a little bit of my enjoyment. So, if you voted for Trump, you might as well just go away. Um, because we're going to be making fun of y'all. Okay? Especially the ones who are already starting to or already regretting voting for Trump. Okay? Those are the ones we're going to be laughing at soon enough. But if you voted for Trump and it's not affecting you yet, it will. And then if you go on social media complaining, I'll be laughing at you too. I'm watching on YouTube other creators that are showing clips from people all over TikTok. I don't hang around TikTok a whole lot at all. Um, um, I just signed up for Threads and Blue Sky because Facebook was the very first, but Zuckerberg really pisses me off because he's like totally pro. Sorry, he's totally pro. Like do whatever Trump wants. Um, I mean, he tried a little bit, but So I guess I had told something I had seen. It was a black guy for Trump. He was wearing the red Trump Nation hat. I saw this last week. It was shortly after the election. And I guess he'd been into chats all the time, the whole time. And after the election, the other thing is they're finding out the people, blacks, Latinos, women, that you voted for everything for Trump and you agreed and approved of everything. So they were pretending they didn't see they were racist or misogynist or whatever it is. So the guy last week was crying, sitting on his couch going, y'all, I had to get on here and talk to you because I was really upset. Something really upset me. I was on the chat with I was with all the guys. I was with everybody, like we always did. And they were like, yeah, we don't want you around here. Your kind is, And he's like, man, that's not right. That's not the way you guys are. You never acted that way before with me. Oh, yeah, because they don't need your vote anymore. And he still hadn't gotten it. He was like, do you believe that, guys? He still didn't figure it out. That they just used him for the vote. I guess there's this Rodriguez guy now, I guess, going around on TikTok. Where him and his neighbor, he's black, they're black, or they're Latino. They're Latino. And he was like big Latinos for Trump. And his neighbors are also Trump supporters, but they're white. So after, the kids used to play together. The first time he had sent his kids over, go ahead and play with them. After the election, I guess the wife came out with a, and told him, your kids are never to come over here again. I mean, with a, basically threatening him. So, we don't want your kind around here. He's like, we both support Trump. She's like, basically, you're never going to be accepted. We just used you for your vote. We were only friends with you because we wanted you and your friends' votes. Oh my goodness. Oh, there was a few more. Oh, people saying, well, that's fine, as long as he doesn't touch my Obamacare or my ACE, my Obamacare, yeah, or something like that. And they're like, that's the ACA. He said that too. What? So it was okay if he wasn't going to touch your ACA, but go ahead and get rid of the people on Medicaid and Medicare as long as the Obama Act is stays, because that's what you have. Or the woman who had IVF with the couple, and they were Trump supporters, and he said, so when they had gone to the thing, or whatever you call it, the clinic, and they had told them that if after January 1st they won't have a choice. That was very disturbing to them. She was all upset. She goes, but he said he was the father of IVF. Oh, God. What was the other one? I had it written down. Did I still keep it? Yeah. Oh, yeah, this is what I think I kept. Oh, this is that. A Republican friend just called me in a panic. This is a written one. She just read about the plan to cut funding for veterans' health benefits. 3 months ago, I told her that was the plan. She didn't believe the government would turn on veterans. I said to her, he calls them suckers and losers. What made you think he gives a damn about veterans? Her husband has numerous health issues and relies solely on the VA. I told her she'd better prepare herself for what's coming for her. Now, if you're hanging around and you're a Trump supporter and you voted for him, and you want to go leave your little comments of, you're so mean. I told you that's the way Democrats are. Or wait, libtards. Or Demorats. Yeah, all your little stupid things. Okay. And you're going to make your look, oh, you're so mean. See, you have no heart. You don't care about anybody. No, I just don't care about the people who voted for Trump this time. Because we spent 8 years telling you. And if you really didn't see the change, if you really paid attention to it, you have no business voting if you don't pay attention to what's happening in your government and your country and the world. If you don't pay attention, then you shouldn't be voting. MAGA feels that even women shouldn't even vote, really. Well, I'll tell you who shouldn't vote. The ones who don't have any idea. You should have to take a test. Do you have any idea on the basics that have gone on in your country and in the world? If you don't pass it with at least a 70%, you don't get to vote that year. I mean, honestly, because there are just too many stupid people. And the more stupid people that vote in stupid people, we're just going to get stupider. We need to take the people that aren't stupid and gullible, and that aren't the ones making them believe stupid and gullible shit, and get the others that don't do that in between those two to be voted in. And the reason I'm laughing and enjoying it so much, do you know what we all went through? People that are political journalists with their videos and their articles, trying to tell you, having discussions, going out on the street, talking to people, getting to you, since you don't want the information to come to you, since you don't want to go look for the information, you just want to turn it on and listen to somebody and just believe that. That is why we're laughing at you. And it is not just me. So if you don't like being laughed at and being called stupid, then stop acting stupid. Stop being lazy and not paying attention, and then acting as if you have a right to go out and vote. You shouldn't be voting if you're not informed. That is why we're laughing at you. Because you and your stupidity and your deliberate ignorance, and the reason I say deliberate ignorance is it's only ignorance because you refuse or you're too lazy to go and get accurate information and research. You just listen to what the people that entertain you say. Trump's ridiculous, he makes you laugh or whatever, so you think everything he says is true. That is why we're laughing at you. We're laughing at your suffering, yes. Because you were warned, you were told, you were begged to listen. We were taking our time to do the information and inform you, and all you wanted to do was look at the orange clown and listen to all the other people and not look at maybe where they got some kickbacks for voting the way they did. Some of those Republicans from some of those companies, you think that's legit? You think that's really what they feel? Come on. And if that is what you think, then you are stupid. And if you're stupid, you shouldn't be voting. I'm sorry. If you refuse to pay attention to what's happening in your government, then you shouldn't be having a vote in who goes into the government because you have no clue. And all of you people that either have or will be crying about, but Trump said, and you voted for him, and now you're getting that. Now you're in the find out portion. Now all of a sudden, oh, I can't believe it, guys. We can. That's why we're laughing at you. If you hadn't been told or there wasn't enough information, I would say, okay, like on 2016, there wasn't enough proof per se. He got a pass per se. This time wasn't a pass. You knew he was a snake, and still you let him in. So, for every time somebody goes on that voted for Trump onto social media crying and whining, I don't care if it's in print or on a reel or a video, crying about how they are seriously affected by either the deportation, the immigrant, because they didn't realize, well, my daddy and mommy came here and got citizenship, but I was born here, so I'll be safe. And then they realize, no, you're not going to be. For all of you, for all the women who are all of a sudden you're a Trump supporter, I don't wish this on any woman, but for you people that voted for Trump this time, I have no sympathy for you. Even Trump supporters that will, eventually it'll get out of control. And they'll start taking liberties with your body that you don't want. Because it'll happen eventually. Because the men will be absolute animals. They're already animals. Look at Nick Fuentes. And look what happened to Nick Fuentes. So all you MAGA women, you know what you just voted for? You just voted for men to do that to you. You just voted for your body, men's choice. And that includes you if you have a vagina. So if you had a vagina and you voted for Trump, you deserve to be laughed at when guys pinch you or brush up against you or grab your boob or your ass. You deserve it. You voted for it. You asked for it. You said, I know what you guys want to do, and that's fine with me. So do not cry your little, oh, I'm a female and he took liberties with me. If you voted for Trump, I don't want to hear it. Any other woman? Yeah, I have a lot of compassion for any other woman that didn't vote for Trump because you knew he was a snake and you knew a snake would surround himself with other snakes. But still, you voted him in. And to those of you who didn't vote for Trump, raise your hands. To you people, I'm sorry if it's already affecting you. If, like, you didn't get a Christmas bonus and that's a big portion of your yearly income because they're waiting, they're not giving out bonuses or promotions because they're stockpiling, imported goods in case he gets those tariff things through. And so they can't afford those things. And you didn't vote for Trump. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Believe me, I'm female. Even though I'm white, I'm still gonna, have issues. Because guys don't just do it to people that are attractive or women that are sexy. Okay? They just do it as a power thing. And so it doesn't matter what a woman, what age or appearance of. They'll do it just to be an asshole. Just to show the woman that they can if they want to. What are you going to do about it? So, you didn't vote for him. I am sorry, because not only am I a woman, even though I'm white, but I am on disability, which is two things. I'm disabled. I've got a messed up foot, which also messes up my back, and a messed up wrist. This left wrist only bends that much. This one is fine. And they could do something about it, but because I'm on Medicaid, apparently I'm not worthy. And that's under this system. So I'm a woman. I'm on disability, which being on disability makes you low income, really. I have a housing voucher. So, yeah. I'm liable and I'm susceptible in 3 different areas. And in those pinpoints, those bullet points, basically, I'm 3 of them: female, disabled, and low income. And using some programs. And the healthcare, So it's all going to affect me. A lot of it. The racist part won't affect me personally, but, maybe that's about the only thing. Where are the consequences for men? Trump, when he was asked, should there be consequences for women? Because they're talking about, even if you miscarry, which you can't help. If your body miscarries, it miscarries. It means it can't sustain a pregnancy, and it's removing it because it won't be viable. That's nature saying it's not a viable baby. It won't become a viable baby for whatever reason. Something's wrong. And they want to usurp that while they scream about God said this and God said that and he's the almighty power. But that's what a miscarriage is. Nature's way of removing either an incorrect egg or something wrong inside with the mother, and she can't sustain a pregnancy. So it detaches and they miscarry. And he said there should be there should be some consequences for a woman, not just for an abortion, but for a miscarriage. As if she could help it. A lot of the women who miscarry, especially later, not just like early in the first few weeks type of thing, are women that actually want the baby. So, like I said, for all you Trump voters, yeah, sorry. This actually brought out a part of me that is very rarely seen. And I don't particularly like, but that is how disgustingly deplorable these people are. And the thing is, I do a lot of research, a lot of research. A lot of viewing time, a lot of reading time, verifying what I see on these left channels, verifying that before I post that. So I go and look up what they saw, if they cite something. And we put a lot of time into telling you people. And a lot of energy. And I myself, as you may know if you listen to me, worked the election, worked the polling place, which is a 16-hour day. It's basically 15 hours of customer service. You try that for 15 hours. It's exhausting. Not to mention doing the actual procedure over and over and doing it correctly. That's a part of me that is taking pleasure in other people's suffering, but it's not the suffering per se. It's because you're so dense. The only way you're going to learn that you were wrong about Trump, and he is not what he claims, is for you to suffer and find out. You know? There are some lessons in life that everybody has to learn, and you watch your kids learn it, like the first heartbreak. You can't avoid it. It's going to happen. No matter how much as a parent you want them to not experience it, some things you actually have to experience yourself. Now, there are some things that not everybody has to experience. They can see what it did to somebody they're close to, and they don't need to see, what, dating a narcissist would be like. You know that? I mean, just an example. But there are things, if you don't learn them, and it's right in front of your face, that's just not being explained to you well. It's just you being deliberately ignorant. That's what I call, you just aren't trying to understand it, and you just aren't listening. You are stuck in your little, I know he's okay, he's good guy. This is why we are taking so much joy, because it's the only joy we have, because we did the research and we know what he had plans for coming. And as we watch each one come to fruition, like he said he was going to do down the list, now you're all giving us the Pikachu surprise look. When the black guy is told, you're not part of our group anymore, we don't need your vote, we got your vote now. When the Trump woman is being touched when she doesn't want to be by the guy. That's what you voted for. And it's not only that you voted for it, you mocked us for the things that we were saying, for the truths that we were telling you. You mocked us. You called us fascist. You said we were the ones trying to tear down America. We were the ones lying to you. We were doing all of it. And all of that you copied and just repeated his rhetoric like a little parrot sheep, just vomiting up the exact phrases that he said. Mocking us, taunting us, insulting us. And then when the results came out, not only did you celebrate, you gloated, and then you gloated about, while threatening us, remember, he's going to do this. You're not only incredibly horrible losers, you're despicable winners. And then After you do that, after a couple days after the election, then you start crying about how nobody wants us, everybody hates us, nobody, you Trump people as a total. You didn't start turning on each other yet, the supporters. You were united as far as everybody, nobody wants to talk to us. My neighbors, the people at work, people at my kids' schools, nobody wants to look at me. It's so, why can't we just all be united? Why can't, it's already over. Can't we just all get along? No. No. Not after you, first of all, insulted us, lied about us, set us up, and told different lies to different groups of the areas of the state, of the country, according to what the population was. You told them one thing, one lie about Kamala to blacks, another one to Latinos, another one to Jewish people, another one to Muslims, knowing that it would, whichever ad you gave them was designed to incite that makeup of community. No, we can't get along. I mean, outright boldly lying over and over and over and over about the other candidates when you know it's a lie. No. See, the thing is, Republicans were depending on Democrats and the Democrats in politics to do what Democrats always do. We are the grown-ups. We are the civil ones. We are the ones that did not take to insults until this year, while Donald was doing it from the get-go in 2016. Republicans are depending on Congress, Democrats, to work and make nice and be civil, grit their teeth, and just do their job, regardless of the cheating and the illegal things that Elon did that brought attention to them to snare them in, got their information. That's not a fair election. I'm sorry. I'm not going to be like you guys 4 years ago. But that is literally, we all saw, and Putin also has made it clear several times that he was the reason Donald was able to get over and win. And now he wants Donald to pay him back as per their agreement. All of that, I am sure, is being looked into. I believe things are maybe still some states, but don't think it's all free and clear yet. We're not bad losers like you, okay? And there will be a transfer because we're civil. But do not think that the Democrats are going to continue bailing your asses out. You deliberately stop things that would benefit the country because it made Republicans look bad. That is disgusting and deplorable, and that is not worthy of having a position, those that have done that. This is why we laugh at your suffering now. Because we told you, I told you, at least a dozen channels on YouTube of journalists that are center to left told you. And we've been telling you for years. Ivanka hawked Goya beans from the White House office. Tell me how much he respects the office and the country. Tell me, MAGA. Tell me how much he respects it. Melania tore up our rose garden of decades to put up some sterile piece of crap area that they then used to campaign for his reelection in 2020 in violation of the Hatch Act, because you're not supposed to be doing any campaigning, electioneering on federal grounds. That's why we're laughing at you. All this done. So long, for years, you've had to ponder this. The last Christmas. We don't even want to talk about going down to see the migrants in cages and children caged, literally, wearing a coat. I really don't care, do you? Come on. And the last Christmas she gave us was the bloody Christmas. Was she trying to tell us something? It was all red and white, like a Christmas nightmare. Was she trying to tell us there was going to be a bloody coup after Christmas? And not only that, but she bitched on the phone to her friend about creating the bloody Christmas decorations. That's why we're laughing at you when you are getting hurt by Trump's choices. So, you might as well quit your crying and your whining and your Pikachu shock when you get tapped. When you get tapped. That, no. You don't belong here now that we've got your vote. That's why we're laughing. Stop putting them on social media if you don't want to be laughed at anymore. There is no safe space for you. It's only with your own kind. MAGA, white MAGA. That's the only safe space you guys have. So enjoy it. Because you're not welcome around a lot of us. We know who you voted for, and we know what your morals and your viewpoints are. We don't want you around us. We don't even want your vibes touching us. And you're just going to have to grow up, pull up your little pull-ups, like Marjorie Taylor Greene told AOC, hey, Marge, put your diaper on. You're all fucking ass butt hurt that you didn't get a position after you nearly prostituted yourself. You rubbed a cardboard copy of Donald Trump's crotch. You let him walk all over you. And you didn't get a position. You want to know why? One of the reasons is you are an attention hog. That's why Elon won't last much longer. Because Donald has to have all the attention on him. And you are way too loudmouthed and butch-bodied to be in his orbit. He had your support. He had your big loud mouth screaming for him and your little hooves stomping the ground for him. And now that he got your help and all the votes you garnered for him, he doesn't need you anymore, Marjorie. He's just brushed you off like dirt on his shoe. That's why we're laughing at you, MAGA. All of you ones that are complaining, and the ones that aren't complaining, you'll be finding out soon enough when your salaries and your market, your prices go up too. Yeah. You just took, actually, the U.S., their economy, our economy, has rebounded actually the best so far on this planet from COVID. Because everybody has inflation. But if you read a little bit, you would have known that before you voted. Yeah. So that's why we laugh at you. So if you don't want to be laughed at, don't go on social media pissing and moaning about how these are affecting you too. You didn't know. You should just be laughed at and put on other people's videos for them to laugh at you and to put you in montages with other people pissing and moaning how MAGA deserted them because they're black or they're Latino or they're I can't have this because I'm a female. And really do tell tell me a story. We've been telling you that story for years. But you knew better, didn't you? You knew so much better that you people are one by one going on social media with your little, no, the leopard ate my face. Tearful little, the leopard ate my face. Oh, woe is me. Hope you got a brain to think with by the end of this. Because you really should start using it. I mean, you didn't care about banned books because y'all don't really read all that much, do you? You just believe what you hear from certain people. Tell me exactly what he did. The only comments I ever get, oh, Trump the best, fuck the libtard. You haven't explained anything that he did that is actually factual. That was so fabulous. That he garnered so much trust from you. What exactly did he do that he actually completed? Please, I really want to know if you actually know anything about him, or you just fell in and you know, parrot sheeped your way to the voting booth. I don't know. All of you finding out those things, yeah, you might be, you might want to think about who you support and who you vote for in the future, huh? Who you listen to, yeah. Maybe you should learn to read, yeah. Just saying. So, why am I laughing? Why am I laughing at people suffering? Because it's people that voted for Trump that are suffering. People that thought they were only voting for other people to get hurt. And then when they got hurt by what they voted for, that's funny. Even though it affects me and everybody else that didn't vote for him, the fact that you fucked around, now you're finding out. And we have every legitimate right to enjoy that laughter at you. So, sorry about that. For those of you who didn't vote for Trump, like me, man, I'm sorry, man. I know. I'm just holding my breath, waiting to see how much they can deter and avoid and abort. Get to like detour. We'll see how much they can do. I mean, some of this stuff can't be done immediately. You can't just immediately just stop stuff. So, take heed with that. But things like the Christmas bonuses or something, yeah, that's the immediate stuff. Or people immediately turning on you, even fellow Trump supporters, as soon as they want, if you're a person of color, or an obvious disability. My disabilities necessarily aren't obvious unless I'm walking or something like that. But for any length of time, which is more than like 5 or 10 minutes at a time, gotta stop so it doesn't cramp for a minute then I can go. It's not like 5 or 10. Just let me stop for 30 to 60 seconds. Just let it stop, and let me try to stretch it, and then try again. It's what I got to live with. But yeah, see, I'm damaged and worthless just because of that, I'm sure, in MAGA's eyes. And again, that's why I laugh at you. Because your judgment is on what you see of people. And that is such a shallow perception. On the enlightenment scale, you're like in the negatives. You're not even at the starting gate at this point with that thought process, with those critical thinking skills, or lack of critical thinking skills. But you mock people for when they have vibrant hair colors. You mock people because they have a disability, either speech-wise or emotionally or mentally or physically. Some of them you can see, some of them you can't. You mock people for you get your enjoyment by laughing at people all the time. You laugh at people when they get hurt. Your sense of humor, what you think is funny, MAGA people, is sick. It's not funny. Like that Isabella Moody. Those jokes aren't funny. They're just racist. And no, a joke can't be racist and funny at the same time. It just isn't. It cannot be racist or bigoted and still be funny. That's not dark humor. Dark humor is like about death and murder. It's not about like attacking somebody or a group of somebody's for appearance. It's not. I mean, murder and stalking is more humane in a way than the shit you guys do. You just make fun of people that aren't like you. That is incredibly shallow. You realize that, right? That's shallow with a lot of narcissism in it. Yeah. I'll bet you psychologically, if MAGA was, diagnosed, had a little session, they'd find a whole lot of narcissists in there, or personality disorders. Not particularly narcissists, but in that range. The shit revolves around that, and how their lifestyle is, the way they live their lives, the religions or whatever they believe in, everybody should be believing in. That's shallow. Pretty childish, really. A very, very immature perspective of life, especially as an adult. So, at least I'm not saying it in a mocking way like you would to us. I'm honestly trying to tell anybody who's a Donald Trump lover why you are hated and why you're getting the cold shoulder from so many people, and why we're laughing at your suffering. Just a little bit of insight. So, suck it up, snowflake. Isn't that what you told us? Suck it up, snowflake. We're joking. Can't you take a joke? For those of you who didn't vote for Trump, peace out. My alliance resistance compadres. Okay, you're just my little weirdos. But anyway, have a great night, guys. And I'm going to go laugh at some more MAGA whiners. And I'll never get old, before I go, of Nick Fuentes. A woman-hating, misogynistic little scrotum. That's a cretin and a scrotum. got doxxed by females. And when he couldn't stand all the females scaring him so much, he ran to his mommy. But those females, those worthless little females who don't have a little brain in their head, doxed mommy too. So he ran back home so mommy could stop being harassed. And the females stopped harassing him, his mom. And then a female knocked on his door. He didn't know why, but he pretended he wasn't home. And when he finally opened the door, he flipped it open and immediately sprayed her. And wound up with her, she got her phone back, but her phone dropped. She dropped her phone, and yeah, that was an illegal thing to do. You can't just open the door if somebody's just standing there holding a phone. You can't just open your door and mace them, okay? You can't do that. And he maced her right in the face. And he was like, after that, he's like, what do you want? Go away. This is the big Nick Fuentes, white supremacy, misogynistic, your body, my choice guy. An echo male. He's so far down from alpha. He's so far down in the alphabet. He's echo. He's an echo male. He's a scrawny little brat with a big mouth and probably a small penis. But I'm going to go laugh at him and the rest of the MAGAs whining about either, oh, these things are affecting me, boo-hoo. Oh, people are hating me now, boo-hoo. Or, there's no safe space for us. We can't do anything. Oh, no. So, yeah, that's pretty funny. Because he said he told you he was the snake, and still you let him in. Peace out, everyone.